Hi viewers! I had a friend ask me to pick them up some Victoria crowns, and so I did, and I went to my local coin shop and he had about 40 of them, so I thought I'd just pick up a couple of each bust, a couple Jubilee bust and a couple veiled head busts. And so I haven't even actually looked at these coins, so I've got no idea what dates they are or condition really. I just picked up two of each. They're all the same price. So let's have a look at them together. We have an 1898, which is the veiled head, and that's obviously the Jubilee bust, which is 1892. So the Jubilee bust, and what's the other veiled? The other veiled one is 1895, and the other one is 1890. I think 1890 is quite the high mintage year. I can't remember now, but it's kind of irrelevant really. But we'll get on to that in a minute. So the 1890 is the Jubilee bust. And in amongst those 40 coins, I did spot this, George III. Now, many of my American viewers probably won't have seen these crowns before, and I don't think I've actually ever bought one, because they're usually in about this condition. I've not seen a nicer one at my LCS, or maybe slightly, I don't know. But George III, and the die rotation is the same as your US coins, which I forgot, of course. So there we are, George III, 1819. And for those who didn't know, George III reigned from 1760 to 1820. Yeah, so anyway, I picked these up. They were literally selected at random. I just wanted a couple of each bust for him. And let's get on to, are they a stacker coin or are they a collector coin? Now, I paid £28 each for them. Like I said earlier, they were all the same price. Didn't matter what bust was on it, and obviously the other monarch. I think there might have been another George III in that lot, but I can't remember. But so £28 each. Now on the day, spot was 23.77. No, 23.77. Yeah, it was 23.77. So there's a £4.33 premium, and I thought, cool, blimey, I thought £28 was a lot of money in my head. And I tried to haggle, but he wasn't budging. So I did end up paying £28 an ounce. Now, for those of you in the US, that's $37.80 each. They are sterling silver, for those who didn't know. And anyway, once I'd got home and I was thinking, oh, that's a lot of money, £28. And I'd looked up the spot price. I don't think I looked it up before I went. But... or did I? I don't know. Anyway, and I thought £28 a lot of money, because those of you who've been around for 10, 12 years will remember me trading these with you guys in the States, that I used to pick up for £15 each. And of course, at that time, spot was around £10 or £11. So in that 10, 12 years, the premiums actually haven't gone up. They're still around £4. So it's not really that bad, is it? If you're in the UK, let me know what you're paying for the Vicky crowns. Was £28 a crown a good price? £4.33 over spot? I'd be interested to know. Anyway, so yeah, so I didn't really select grades, because I'm guessing he'd been through them all anyway, and they were all roughly average circulated. For those who want to see a comparison, let's pick out maybe the nicest one. 1890, is that? I don't know, it's hard to choose. Or the 1898, there's not a lot in it. And let's do a comparison with my 1893, and you can clearly tell that one's circulated. So there you go. Yeah, so are they for £4 over spot, are they worth stacking? Because I'm kind of thinking you probably pay £4 over spot for modern bullion. So actually even more than that, because I digress. While I was in there, in the same cabinet, he had a tube of King Charles Royal ciphers, as well, the same as this one. I did not get this at my LCS. I bought this back in 23, I think, with the crowned King Charles on. And I had a look through like the first 4 or 5, and they were all pretty stained and milky. Thankfully, mine seems to be okay so far, unless you can spot something on camera that I cannot. But anyway, so I did ask him how much they were, and I think he said £35 each. It might have been 33, I can't remember. But anyway, and I opted not to get any more King Charles Royal ciphers. But anyway, I just picked these up for my friend. Now, what was interesting, the friend I picked them up for asked, are they 90%? Well, no, they're sterling, they're 925. And I thought it would be an interesting experiment to actually compare your US 90% with a sterling on the CCT slide in a moment. You know, because basically this is probably your equivalent of this. Okay, the 24 was slightly newer, but the 1885 is a similar date to those. So let me see if I can't get one open, and we'll do a test. And on this occasion we'll be using the black walnut CCT slide, and we'll see how fast that Morgan runs down. Very, very slow. And I would actually say the Vicky Crown's a touch slower, wouldn't you? Let's do that again. Yeah, I would say so. I'm worried about the George III. Similar again, really, isn't it? Yes, so there we are, a comparison between 90% and sterling silver for you guys. And let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and keep calm and keep stacking, and I'll test the rest of these, but I'm sure they're all legit. See you on the next one. Bye.